In this video, I'm going to be showing you on how to replace your stock air filter in your 2017 to current GSXR 1000 or /1000R. Now here is the part number for this particular filter that I bought. It's a K&N filter. There it is. It's 1017R. All right, so let's get to it on getting to the air filter because there's a lot to do on removing it. All right, so first things first, we do need to do is remove these side fairing pieces to be able to get access to the screws that are holding down the main seat. Now you're going to see there's going to be a screw right here, and that's going to be with a 4mm Allen key. Once you remove that screw, you're going to have to pop it out from this point and this point back here. You're going to feel back here there's like little, I would say like little peg or something. Pop it out from the rubber grommet on both of these. Make sure that you're careful because these pieces can break very easily, and then this piece could be costing you a little bit of money, especially if it's OEM. All right, so let's go ahead and do that. Make sure you do this for both sides. All right, now that we got our fairing piece already removed, now we're gonna go ahead and remove the screw here on this side. There's one on this side and then there's one on the other side, and that's going to remove our main rider seat. It's going to be with a 5mm Allen key. So let's go ahead and remove both of these screws to get access on removing this part. Alrighty guys, now that we have already removed the screws for your seats, you could go ahead and remove your seat, lift it up. After this, now we're gonna go ahead and get to the screws for the tanks because we do need to lift the tank to get to the air filter. Okay, next what we want to do is we want to move these two screws, and it's going to be with an Allen key. I have mine right here. It's going to be a 5mm Allen key that would fit into these screws to remove them. So let's go ahead and do that. Okay, now that we got these two screws removed, we're going to go ahead and prop up the tank. Now, for me, before I prop it up, you may want either to buy the prop rod from Suzuki so that you could hold up the tank, or you could go to your local hardware store and do what I did, just buy a big rod and then measure it and then just, cut it, and this could be used to prop up your tank. So I'm going to go ahead and lift it up over here. I'm going to put the rod on the inside of the tank first and then put it over here on the screw hole. On the inside, I'm just looking for pretty much a flat spot on the inside. So this is pretty much how I have my setup in it. It works out a lot, especially when doing stuff on the inside over here. So let me go ahead and go mobile so you guys can see how it looks like from the inside on where I have the rod just kind of resting right here on that little flat spot. And then over here, just pretty much right in that little where the screw would have went. So that's how I have my prop guard. If you get the prop guard straight from Suzuki, the prop guard would go on the inside is here as well, in here, and then the other part will kind of just go in the center hole of your triple tree there. Your stem where your stem is, it would just prop in there, and it's like a little L shape, and that's how that would go in. Definitely worth investing in getting something like that. Okay, next, now that we have the tank up, we have to remove all of the screws to get into the air filter. So let me pinpoint real quick, and I also need to show you some hidden screws of the filter that you're gonna have to remove as well. So not only the outside perimeter do you have to remove, so there is two on the inside, put my finger on it. So there's one here, and then one over there, there's two, then 3, 4, 5, 6, and then 7, and then 8 over here. So all 8 of those screws has to come out, and then there's these two one screw in here and one screw in here. So these two in here have to be removed. And then there's 2 bolts that need to be removed, and that's also holding down the fuel rail right here, with the fuel injectors I mean. And there's a bolt right here where my finger is. So one bolt right here, and then the other bolt is right over here. So these 2 bolts, and it's going to be with a 10mm socket, but all these other screws are going to be with a Phillips screwdriver. All right, so once you remove all that, then we could finally remove this cover for the air filter. Alrighty guys, now that we've already removed all of the screws, let's go ahead and open this guy up and check how the status of my filter is. Okay, I have to kind of wiggle it. There we go. Actually looks pretty cool over here on this side. Let me get the camera and go mobile so you guys can see it. And if we look over here, here is the stock filter, and it actually looks pretty good. So you can focus a bit better. So you can see, not that bad. All right, so let's see how the other side looks like. Whoa. Okay, on one side it looks good, but on this side it actually doesn't look good at all. It's actually really dirty. All right, well, it has been a couple years since I bought the bike, and you could see on how dirty it is, which is perfect for us to change it. So on this side it actually looks pretty like brand new. All right, so let's go ahead and let's get this filter out. And obviously we're not going to need this filter anymore. There's no way to clean it because this is a stock filter, so it'll be a throwaway. So this is the perfect obviously opportunity to change it out and put the K&N filter in. Alright, so right now we're over at the bench. Here is the K&N filter. Sorry for the mess, guys. Like I said before in many other videos, I just got so many videos that I'm kind of recording all at one shot. I really haven't cleaned up really much, so sorry for the mess back here. But here is our K&N filter. Obviously it's still in the package, haven't opened it really. And what we're gonna do, we're gonna go ahead and open it up. And then I'll probably, do a comparison with the stock filter, because look at this one. Here's the K&N filter, and then here is our stock filter. It's a whole different one. See, on the stock filter, that this is just kind of on a slope up, and this one actually sticks out. So we're going to compare to see if there's any real differences. All right, so let's get this one opened up and out of here. Ooh, fresh new filter. All right, so there we go. There's the fresh new filter right here. See how oily it is kind of on this one. K&N here in the front. Here is the inside and how it looks like. You could actually see right through it, so the bike's going to breathe a lot better with being able to get more air into the engine. All right, so that's that. And then the stock one has this metal piece in the front, or in the top, I guess, to filter out more, to keep more particles out. I have no idea. Here's the other side, obviously how dirty it is. And if I put my hand behind it, you can't even see my hand. So, it did pretty good. So I'm really interested in how it's going to be once we get the new filter in, on how the performance is going to be. But my biggest concern, or the curiousness, is about the height over here. You can see how much this one sticks up from the top, yet this one obviously doesn't stick out that much from the top. All right, so I'm going to go mobile real quick, because I wanted to show you the comparison size. The aftermarket, the K&N, doesn't stick up that much more further than this one. Maybe by just either a millimeter or just a half a millimeter more higher. I don't think there's gonna be an issue with it being in the box, because there's plenty of space in the box, but I kind of just wanted to show you that as I find that pretty interesting. Let's go ahead and let's get this K&N into the bike now. All right, to get this installed, you're gonna pretty much have it installed this way. As you can see, there is a pocket on the inside of this, and that's where this part of the filter is going to be in. I thought it would be going on the inside of that, but it does not. But you know what? Before I actually put this in, it does look a little dusty inside here. I'm going to go ahead and get a rag and kind of clean that up. You don't have to if you don't want to, but for me, I might as well do it since I have it open right now. All right, got all that part cleaned up. Just going to go ahead and lift up the cover, and then I'm going to install it in this way. Make sure that everything is lined up really good. There. All right, once you guys get everything lined up, you could go ahead and close the cover. All right, the other thing I was going to be checking right now is actually fitment width, because there's screw holes right over here, and you just want to make sure that everything lines up, so that when you put your screws in, everything, it goes in nicely. All right, so I've got my screws, pop it back in there. All right, so now to put everything back in, let's go ahead and you're gonna have to probably wiggle around the cover until you can actually get it seated really nicely. And then once you do that, go ahead and we can start putting in all of our screws. So don't forget all of these screws, and most importantly, the ones here that go in the middle and inside this spot. Okay, once you have those screws already put in place, and you can go ahead and lower down the rest of the tank cover. And you're gonna put the two screws that go over here, and that's going to be with the 5mm Allen key. So let's go mobile real quick so you guys can see again. So pretty much everything we just did will be the reverse process of putting everything back. So put those two screws in, and once you have those two screws in, down and tight, then you're going to go ahead and put your seat, obviously, and put the screws in over here, also with the 5mm Allen key, and that's also going to be right over here, right there. So one here on this side, and of course one on the other side as well. And then after that, the last two pieces to actually go on are going to be the little fairing pieces that went right here. So you want to make sure that you get the little peg inside of the rubber grommet, which is right there on both sides, of course. So once you put the little peg into the rubber grommet there, you're going to slide the little piece here, and you're going to put your little screw over there. And that's going to be the same for both sides as well. And then after that, you're pretty much done. Alrighty guys, as you can see, I still have my pieces off the bike because I am still doing some other projects on the Gixxer that I'm still filming for. But I'm going to just close off this video for that K&N filter. Now, I haven't really gone out on the bike yet to really give it a try. I will be doing so as soon as it starts getting a little bit more warm out here in Illinois. But other than that, that's pretty much it, guys. Hopefully you found this video helpful, and if you did, please smash that like button. And if you have any questions, just leave something down below. And while you're down there, please subscribe, hit the notification bell. That way you guys are up to date with my latest installations and videos. And if you know anyone else that doesn't know how, please share my video, as that helps me out and also helps, you know, the person that you're trying to help out as well. So pretty much at the end, everyone gets helped out. All right, guys. Well, you guys take care. I'll catch you guys on the next one. Bye.